Hey, what's happening, everybody? Brian the Darkness coming at you with another deck. And hey, guess what? We have Gravekeepers back. So let's go ahead and get on into it, you guys. We are going to be going with, of course, our 3 Silent Magicians. Silent Magician is really beast. I was actually thinking at one point to take it out. Guess what? It rises down to the climb. This thing is now $40 a piece. Oh my gosh. And guess what? It's still OP. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it in there. We have our 3 Silent Magicians. Our Silent Magician will basically negate out for 1 spell card. At the same time, it can bring out for another Silent Magician, but it will only bring out for number 8. But that's okay. Nonetheless, it's a good combo off for these because all the Gravekeepers are spellcasters. So you can go ahead and set up for that. This thing cannot be normal summoned, but it will be special summoned as long as you basically give up for one of your spellcaster type monsters. On for our Gravekeepers. So we have our 3 Commandment. This dude is $7. $7. And this basically searches out for your Necrovalley, which is basically the key trump card for the deck. This is basically what you want to have into your hand at all times to go ahead and discard and get out for your Necrovalley. Then we have 3 Spiritualists. The Spiritualist, during your main phase, if the Necrovalley is out onto the field, fusion 1 extra monster from these extra deck of the fusion type of spellcaster you control, and you can only use it once per turn, but that's okay. You can still use this as a material for that. Then we have our Gravekeeper Headman. 2 Gravekeeper Headman. This basically can target the level 4 Gravekeepers into the graveyard, special summon and attack, or face down defense, and you can only use it once per turn. But this basically sets up for your combo so that you can go ahead and go in towards your links, or they can go ahead and fusion summon, whatever have you. We have 1 Descendant. The Descendant is basically your popper of the deck, which is really good. Then we have our 3 Recruiter. Our Recruiter is the one that will allow us to go ahead and get a monster with a 1500 or less defense from the deck, and then put it into your hand. Our hand trap. We have 2 Ash Blossom. Why not? Big 4-headed bathwater baby at its finest. They go ahead and have that in there. This is not a deck set into stone, so it can always change things up. On towards our spells, we have our 3 Necrovalley. Why? Because it's Necrovalley. And it also nullifies out effects that activate into the graveyard, so why not? 1 Terraforming. Why? Because, hey, free real estate, as we would say. Then we have our 1 Upstart. It's Upstart. Draw the card. There you go. And then we have 1 hidden hidden temples of the Necrovalley. I'm going to go ahead and put in another one. There's a certain lineup under the deck, but you want to go ahead and have a second one of these, just to say. And this will basically allow, when your Gravekeepers are onto the field, neither can special summon monsters except for the Gravekeepers, and then if it's not onto the field, you destroy this card. So, but this basically stops your opponent to go ahead and bring out for any other kind of monsters, and only for yours specifically. We have 3 Super Poly because it's Super Poly, and we're running Darks for that reason. 3 Royal Tribute. Andrew hates this card. Basically, this will force out for your opponent's hand and make them discard into the graveyard for all monster cards in from their hand into the graveyard. Basically stalls out for your opponent for any kind of plays that they want to make, especially... funny fact, we were playing out for head-to-head, and he had his generators out, and I basically forced him to force out to discard Ash Blossom, and he had no response to it. Sorry, Andrew. That's okay. Then we have our 3 Necrovalley Throne. This is really awesome. This basically allows you to add a Gravekeeper from the deck and then put it into your hand, and then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon it. On towards our traps, we have our 3 Crackdown. It basically stops our opponent and then gives them control of whatever that they have. We have 1 Necrovalley Temple. There's not so much you can go into this really under this card. You only need the 1 anyway. So basically this allows you during the main phase you lose 500 attack for your opponent controls. But pretty much the activated directly from your hand, you have 1 Necrovalley that can be basically directed into the field. And pretty much we have finally our Imperial Tombs of the Necrovalley. This is a very great card, and it actually ended up getting a boost out on towards this rarity, so now it's gold rare. And this basically allows you to activate out for the Necrovalley, or I'm sorry, both Gravekeeper monster and Necrovalley are onto the field. Any kind of spell or trap or monster effect is activating the negate it. Knock on wood for that. So, on towards our extra deck. We're going to basically keep the extra deck primarily the same as we did the last time. There's not really so many changes you could do with this thing, but who cares? Anyways, we have one Tornado Dragon, which is good to have into the deck. And then we have one Utopia, because it's Utopia. And they're all level 4 out. So you can go ahead and set up for him. And then you can combo off to go into for number 39, Utopia the Lightning, to stack onto that. There you go. Then we have our one Heartland Draco. It's Heartland Draco. It's not really into details as to what it could do. Then we have our one time Thief for Doer. You basically target out for your opponent to the top card. If it's a monster, you get the effects. If it's a spell, you get the effects. Basically, whatever the card is, if you get it out onto the field, and you can go ahead and take it for your advantage. And then on towards our fusions, we have 2 Starving Venom. Why it's Starving Venom. We can go into details under that. It's self-explanatory why it's in there. Then we have our Gravekeeper Spiritualist, which is Supernaturalist, which is awesome. And basically, when it ends up coming out, they go ahead and gains attack equal to the combined levels of that times to 100, used as the fusion materials. And it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then during the end phase of this turn, if the Necrovalley or if the Gravekeeper is into your hand, then you can go from the deck to your hand with your Gravekeepers, which is really good. So you can combo it off. And it's not too bad, but you don't want to have any more than 2. And then, of course, we have one Quintlet Magician. This is great, especially when you have out for your 4 Spellcasters. It is a Spellcaster deck. This guy is really nasty. On towards our links, we have one Borolo Dragon. It's Borolo Dragon. One Beacop is Beacop. Topologic. One Cerberus. On towards our side deck, it's not really much, but it is just enough. We have the one Hidden Temple. I'm going to take this out, put it out on towards the main. It just didn't have a full lot of time to line up, but pretty much this is going to end up going into the main deck. We have our 2 tokens, collectors, so then that way we can basically stop out for the combo controls of the tokens. We don't like that. It's stupid. We have our 2 Cosmic Cyclone, because it's Cosmic Cyclone. We need our spot removal onto those. We have our 2 Twin Twisters, same thing, to get our spot removal. We don't like that at all. We need our 3 Dark Ruler No More. It's Dark Ruler No More, self-explanatory. We also end up having our 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, especially with the Virtual World that's out there and the Drytron. Get the hell out of here. And finally, we have our 2 Torrential Tribute. This has actually been a lot of a spike, especially considering the fact that you have the Fury of the Kyryushin, so you might as well go ahead and get that if you have it. I unfortunately did not have a chance to go ahead and put those in, but hey, maybe when we go ahead and get an update on this deck profile, it will be put into there. So that's the deck, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you like what you saw here, go ahead and like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. If you want to see other things, go ahead and check out our Discord. Go ahead and keep you up to date as far as to whatever things go. We can get uploaded or streamed, and at the same time, you can chat with us off the air. Why not? We're always fun. See you guys all next time. Take care.